I can't believe I actually felt sorry for this girl. I found myself trying to make it up to her. I found myself fighting for her, even though we weren't even in a relationship. We'd only been talking for a couple of weeks, and I felt like, you know what? I can't let this go. It literally went from me feeling all those good things about her to me just wanting her to leave me alone. And that's so crazy because I feel like this was one of the first times in my life where I was actually trying to fight for a relationship, because honestly, I'm the type to just walk away, be done with it, just move on. I don't care to go back and forth, whatever. But this time I was like, you know what? I'm going to fight for Amy, y'all. Do I regret it? Absolutely. You know what? Never mind. Story time. Grab a drink, get a snack, kick your feet up and relax. Subscribe, like, and comment and all that, because story time is... I should have known it was going to be some BS. Team Twinkles, Twinkle Gang, and all my superstar subs, we back at that again with another story time. We back at that again with another story time. Now, I already knew that y'all will be wondering, what happened to Amy? Did you guys stay together? What did she do? What did you do? So I already had this update prepared for y'all. See how I did that? I'm already knowing we on the same type of time. We in the same book on the same page. I got you. Don't worry. Now, if you don't know who Amy is, go ahead and tune in to my previous story time so you can get caught up on all the tea so you won't be lost. If you already caught up, then you already ready to go, then let's jump right into it without further ado. Hold on, before we do that, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. If you already subscribed, thank you. If not, what are you waiting on? I see you here all the time. I see you keep coming back for the content. You might as well subscribe. And now, let's jump right into the video. What happened to me and Amy? All right, now, as y'all know, I never thought I would talk to her again. I was constantly hitting her up. She would not text me back. The day of her birthday, I hit her up. She hit me back actually saying she wanted to see me, how much she missed me. And I was just excited. I'm not going to lie, y'all. It was just a feeling of feeling like I thought that this was completely over. Honestly, I told myself, look, if she don't hit me back after I text her on her birthday, I'm going to leave this girl alone. I would no longer text her. I would no longer try to call her or reach out. I'm just going to take it as a sign. That's going to be done. So I sent the text. Hours later, I waited, and finally she texted me back. It was a drunk text, but still, we gonna count it. She texted me back, y'all. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was really missing Amy. Like I told y'all, every time we kicked it, it was a good time, great vibes. We was talking nonstop, day after day. We were seeing each other nonstop, day after day, until the whole little situation happened. So, boom, shakalaka. Amy hit me up. She was like, look, I gotta see you. I'm really missing you. I'm out right now at the birthday dinner with my friends. And like I told her, like, look, I'll pull up right now in front of your friends, this, and that. Like, I miss you. I want to be there. Like, I'll get you a gift, da-da-da. Now, I should have paid attention to this first red flag. As soon as I mentioned pulling up in front of her friends, she was honestly just like, kind of like, oh, no, don't worry about it. I'll come to you. Like, why you don't want me to pull up in front of your friends? At first, she was telling me, oh, I told all of my friends about you. My friends really love you. They can't wait to meet you. To now, you don't want me to pull up in front of them. That's kind of weird. Me being me, though, at that time, I'm just like, you know what? I'm still just super happy to even be talking to Amy. I'm not trying to do nothing to make her mad. I'm not trying to do nothing to get back in the doghouse. So whatever. If you don't want me to pull up, fine. I'll just wait on you. A couple of hours passed, y'all, and Amy finally hits me up like, look, I need you to come get me, but I want you to park on the side. I don't want nobody seeing you. Second red flag, because why not? Your friends know me. Your friends know how you feel about me. What's the point of them not being able to see me? Like, you either talking about me? Like, I didn't really know what to think in that moment, chat. But again, I was so excited and so happy to be around Amy. I didn't even care. Like, okay, if you want me to park on the side of the building, park at the back of the building until you walk out, that's fine. We're going to definitely talk about that later, though. So, boom, shakalaka. Amy sends me the location. I'm now on my way to get her from her birthday dinner, mysteriously, because she don't want her friends to see me. She don't want anyone to realize that she's leaving. She told me, like, look, I'm going to tell them I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to come outside, get in the car with you, and I just want to spend the rest of my birthday with you. And that just made me smile. I was smiling from ear to ear. Not going to lie, y'all. I was on cloud 9. So, okay, she sent me the location. I'm already pulled up. She's texting me, like, as I'm on the way there, she's rushing me like, hey, where are you? Hurry up. I miss you. I need you, all of that. And I get there, y'all, and I'm like, okay, I'm outside. And nothing. No text. I called her. She's not answering. I'm like, okay, like, I'm steady seeing people come out, go in. I'm literally just outside waiting, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe she's saying her goodbyes. Maybe she in the bathroom and she can't get out. Like, you know, maybe like the bathroom is busy. I'm just trying to figure out all type of excuses for Amy. But it like, y'all, 30 minutes passed. 45 minutes passed. I'm now sitting outside for a whole hour and nothing. She's not texting me back. She's not answering her phone. At this point, I started to get extremely irritated because it's like, how dare you rush me and you're not even ready, y'all? That's one of my pet peeves. You stay saying like, you need to drive faster, hurry up, show me how much you miss me, all this and all that. And when I get there, it's nothing. You're not coming out. I'm literally sitting outside for exactly 1 hour. It's only so much scrolling on my phone I could do. It's only so much people watching I could do before I'm starting to get slightly irritated. Amy, where you at? At this point, I just got tired of waiting. You not answering your phone. You not texting me back. So you leave me no choice but to walk in. I know you told me to like hide my car. You don't want your friends to see me. But it's like, are you okay? At this point, I start to get worried because it's like, there's no way you're rushing me. So you know I'm on my way. I tell you I'm outside. I see that you have read my message, but you're not coming out. You're not responding to me. Like, what else did you expect for me to do? What would y'all do, chat? Would y'all go in? I should have drove off. Would y'all have driven off? Would y'all have just waited? Like, mind you, I was outside already for 1 hour. So it's like, what are you doing? What's crazy is before I even got out the car, something told me in the back of my head, like, look, don't go in there. Just drive off. Just go home. Let her know that you was out there. You know, take a picture for proof and just drive away. But y'all, I never listened to my gut, especially back then. Now, yeah, but back then it's just like, if I just would have listened to that little voice inside my head, everything would have been all right. But, of course, I didn't. Here we are walking into Amy's birthday dinner. The whole time I'm walking in there, y'all, I kid you not, that voice kept getting louder and louder. Turn around, go home. Don't walk in there. Turn around, go home. Don't walk in there. What I do, I just kept walking, speed walking at this point because it was a little bit cold, a little bit chilly, and I really wasn't dressed for the occasion. I get to the door. The hostess stopped me like, hey, do you have a reservation or do you know a party here? I'm like, yeah, her name is Amy. She's a birthday girl. I know her. She's like, oh, okay, they're around the corner in the VIP room. They rented out the birthday room. You know, hope you enjoy. Have a good time. If you need anything, let me know. Cute. Y'all, so at this point, I'm getting a little nervous. So, you know, at first I was speed walking. Now I'm just kind of walking slow, pacing myself. But anyway, I been in the corner and Amy is sitting in a room full of her friends having a good time. And she didn't even see me first. One of her friends saw me, one of her like best friends. And she's always telling me like, hey, I'm going to go over her house. I'm going to kick it with her, whatever. And she kind of gives me this look like, what are you doing here? Not going to lie, y'all, that threw me off because it's like, why you looking at me like that? So I looked at her back like, you feel me? Amy kind of looking at her face. She turns around and looks at me and was like, what are you doing? What do you mean? What am I doing, Amy? What are you doing is crazy for a person that was texting me, rushing me, telling me to come get her, telling me she want to spend the rest of her birthday with me. What do you mean, what am I doing? No, what are you doing, Amy? So at this point, I'm walking to get myself closer to her because it must be some type of confusion. It must be some type of mistake. Why are you asking me what I'm doing when you clearly know? Y'all, Amy gets out of her seat and runs towards me in her heels and just like, wait, what are you doing? Stop. So I'm stopping because she grabbing on me. She's like, hey, let me talk to you over here. So we go back around the corner. And y'all, at this point, I'm just looking at her like, bro, you really have some explaining to do because I'm really getting so mad. I'm already irritated because I was outside waiting for an hour. Now I show up and you asking me, what am I doing here? As if you weren't the person that was begging me to be here. She's like, I thought I told you to wait inside the car. I thought I told you to wait for me. I'm like, bro, I've been texting and calling. She's like, yeah, I know, but I was talking to my friends. We was going to take pictures. And then just say that. Why were you not texting me back? Why were you not answering my phone calls? She's like, oh, I let my friend see my phone just so she could record me, this, and that. Amy, it's been a whole hour, bro. That's no excuse. And on top of that, why are you acting like I'm not supposed to be here? She's like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I had kind of told my friends that I was done with you and I would never talk to you again. But here you are on my phone. Ain't that some chat? So let me get this straight. You was dogging me out to your friends, telling your friends that, oh, I don't like her no more. I don't talk to her no more. She can never get next to me, whatever, like that. Whole time you on my phone saying how much you miss me. I don't like that. We don't do that. That's lame. So no wonder when I bust the corner and I'm looking around, your friend kind of looking at me like, what the, as if I'm just there disturbing the peace or if I'm just there trying to ruin your party. Whole time your friend don't know that you've been on my phone. Y'all, I do not like no stuff like that. So like I told Amy, get your hands off me. I'm about to leave and you don't got to worry about me talking to you ever again. Like, yeah, when I messed up, it was my fault. Here I am trying to make it up to you. I'm trying to text you. I'm calling you. I'm like, let me take you on a date. I'm trying to make everything right. But at this point, this don't got nothing to do with me. I was so mad, y'all. I was feeling so embarrassed because I'm like, there's no way that you would have thought that she was talking about me like she did. But at the same time, you on my phone. Just keep your friends out your business if it's going to be like that. So I'm walking out the restaurant because at this point, her friend's starting to come around the corner like, what's going on? Is everything okay? Amy's like, yeah, everything's okay. We just talking. Like, oh, it's funny how you can let your friends know what's going on right now, but you didn't let your friends know like how you felt about me and that you was missing me and all that. But anyway, I'm just starting to walk out the restaurant because at this point, I'm just super annoyed. Here comes Amy running behind me like, no, let me talk to you. Please don't do that. Like, let me explain. You've already explained enough. I don't need to hear no more. I'm cute. Amy keeps walking behind me trying to explain herself. I'm tuning her out. I just keep walking to the car. I get in the car. Amy run over to the passenger side and jump in. I'm like, what are you doing? Get out. Go back to your friends. Go explain it to them. Y'all can go talk. Like, I'm honestly done here because I feel so crazy. Like, you got me really out here looking stupid. She's like, no, I'm not going nowhere. Like, I'm going to explain myself. You're going to listen to me talk. I'm like, but there's nothing to explain, Amy. So basically, you was flexing to your friends like you hated me. You was done talking to me. And now that I'm here, you acting like I'm not supposed to be here. Why would you do me like that? That's an embarrassing position to be in, bro. Y'all, it's like she wasn't understanding that. She's like, she keeps on trying to bring up what I did to her and how I made her feel. When honestly, look, y'all, peep this out. Now, mind you, really didn't nobody know what happened between me and Amy, but me, Amy, my best friend, the girl my best friend was talking to, and the girl that was in on the prank. So none of Amy's friends even knew what happened until she took it upon herself to let them know her business. That's not my fault. If it was never for Amy, her friends would have never knew what happened to her. And even then, nothing really bad happened, to be completely honest. I was at a party. I got a little drunk. Nothing really more happened besides that. But I'm like, what else did you tell your friends to make it sound that bad to the point where they wonder why I'm even popping up? Correction, it wasn't even a pop-up. You told me to come. So low-key, it was an invite. But anyway. So I'm telling her like, nah, I'm not trying to hear that. Even if that was the case, you could have just came to me. You didn't have to have me pull up knowing that you're going to be here with all of your friends. Maybe somebody could have walked outside and saw me and still kind of question like, oh, what's she doing here? Now you got me looking like I'm a crazy stalker when I'm not on none of that. I'm literally here because you wanted me to be. None more, none less. I had even told her like, I already accepted the fact that if you didn't text me back, I was done. I wasn't going to chase you. I wasn't going to stalk you. I wasn't going to hit you up. Like that would have been that. I would have just took it and ran with it. Y'all, at this point, this how I knew I was making way too much sense because she had nothing else to say. All she did was just start crying, just bust out crying. Like, really? You gonna pull that on me though, Amy? So I let her cry. I was giving her a time. Like, you know what? Go ahead. I even got her some tissue. I got, you know how like we keep the napkins in the glove compartment. Here go your tissue because honestly, yeah, you don't have nothing left to say. I felt like she knew she was wrong and really she didn't really have no comeback. So it's like, okay, cry to try to make me feel bad. But nah, I wasn't going for that, y'all. I was so mad. I was livid, to be completely honest. Like, how dare you try to put up this facade like, yeah, she can leave me alone. She needs to stop texting me. I don't want to talk to her. You even telling your friends that I keep hitting you up whole time. You hit me up too. That's just not no good position for me to be in, y'all. I do not like that. I would much rather not. And if it's going to be like that, then you could just leave me alone or just block me if it's going to be like that. At this point, though, her friend come outside and was like, Amy, is everything okay? Like, do you need me to come over there? Come over here and do what? Let me know something. What you gonna come over here and do? Amy rolled the window down like, no, everything is fine. I'm just talking to her. Like, we're cool. Nothing's going on. You guys have nothing to worry about. Like, we're cool. So funny how. Now, see how you have to explain yourself to your friends? When if you would have kept them out of your business in the first place, they wouldn't have been out here asking, are you okay? Is everything all right? Like, look what you did. You did this to yourself. Now, I bet even you looking crazy because your friend's like, well, you was just telling us how she keeps calling you and texting you how she did this and that's you. Now you in my car. You in the front seat of my car and you crying. You look crazy. At that point, nothing in me could even care. Nothing in me could even just feel sorry for Amy because it's like, bro, you literally just blew me with that. So I'm telling her like, look, Amy, I gotta go. It's getting late. I want to go back home. She's like, no, why would you do this? You ruined my birthday. I ruined your birthday? Okay, so now let's bring on the manipulation, I guess. I guess this is the part where the manipulation gets played into. How I ruined your birthday by pulling up like you asked me. I got worried because you didn't respond to me a whole hour and then some. I came in to check on you. Your friends saw me, the same friends that you was talking to me about, and I ruined your birthday. Chat, say it with me. Is she cool? And then she's still trying to play on the fact that like, oh, well, you did me like this, you did me like that. And you know what? If it affected you that much, you didn't have to text me back. You didn't have to tell me you miss me. You didn't have to tell me you want to be with me. You want to spend your birthday with me. If the situation that I put you through was that hurtful, was that embarrassing, was that shameful to you, you could have just left me alone. For real though, chat, I feel like the minute somebody does something to, in your words, may disrespect you, embarrass you, whatever, if you still choose to talk to them, I feel like you kind of washing that away. You kind of calling it even. You not even, you know what I'm saying? You don't even really care about that. To feel that strongly about it and still hit me up is just so confusing to me. I told Amy, like, look, I interrupted her, like, look, just get out of my car. Go about your business and everything gonna be all right. You don't have to worry about me hitting you up, calling you, trying to kick it with you, none of that. And definitely, I don't need you hitting me up on my phone, especially if you're gonna be telling your friends, like, I'm borderline harassing you. This ain't that. Stop playing with me. But that's not all, because then she tells me like, no, because if I gave you another chance to make it right, you got to give me another chance to make it right. But no, it's not like that, Amy, because if you were still going to feel how you felt, you shouldn't have gave me a chance at all. You should have just told me, or you could have just kept ignoring me. I would have eventually got the point. Like I said, if you would have never hit me back on your birthday, I would have just left it alone. I would have left it there, moved on with my life. But you feeling like I owe you a chance because you, quote unquote, gave me one? Stop. I looked her straight in her face and I said, honestly, I don't want a chance from somebody that's dogging me out to their friends but trying to play it safe in my face. I'm cute. At this point, another friend walks over to the car, hears us arguing, and I'm telling the friend, like, look, can you please get your friend out my car? Like, if she don't want to talk to me, I'm supposed to be this horrible person. I did this and that to her. Could you please remove your friend from my car because she's not trying to leave? Even the friends looking confused, like, Amy, I thought you said you didn't want to talk to her. Like, why are you crying? Because Amy is saying, no, let me talk to her. Like, I still want to work this out. Even the friend is like, but you just told us that, like, she just keeps texting you. You don't want to talk to her. You don't want to hear from her. You don't understand why she's hitting you up. So I'm confused, the friend confused, and Amy confused. At this point, we all just confused people. Like I told the friend, no disrespect, but I don't owe you no explanation. I'm not about to sit here and explain nothing to you. You can take it up with your friend. She can run with whatever narrative she wants. All I want her to do is just get out the car because at this point, I'm just feeling uncomfortable. Of course, Amy is saying I'm being dramatic and I'm taking it too far, but no, I'm not. Y'all, it's a thin line. I understand how some friends, you tell people what's going on with your relationships or the people you talk to, whatever like that. But to flex like that hard to the point where I'm showing up and you looking at me like, what? Like, what are you doing here? Nah, I just can't go out like that. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. And how you know she was wrong. Even the friend was like, yeah, Amy, you can't really just go around saying how you don't really want to talk to a person. This person needs to stay away from you. And you end up telling them to come get you and you saying all this other lovey-dovey stuff. She's like, you know what, Amy, that's not cool for real. Like, even though I'm your friend, I'm going to tell you like it is. You know what? And I respect that friend. Right now in the chat, let's stop it up for the friend. Because the friend did tell some real stuff. Like, you can't do that and then try to get mad at me when I'm just like, nah, I'm not playing that. You wanted me to leave you alone. You wanted me to stop hitting you up. You don't want to talk to me. I embarrassed you. I made you feel all type of ways. So the only thing I need you to do right now is just get out of my car, y'all. And Amy, even though she was crying, I'm talking about breaking down, makeup ruined, all this other stuff, she got out of my car, finally. And to think I was going to go over and beyond to make it up to this girl, y'all. That's what really was enraged because I was like having all these different type of ideas. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a picnic, a nice candlelit dinner. I'm going to take her on a trip. I'm going to let her know that I really want to be with her, that I'm really trying, that I really like her as a person, this, and that. And whole time you behind my back dogging me to your friends? Then you got me out here looking crazy like I'm a stalker, y'all. We don't do that. Amy had to go. Like I said, I would have understood if she would have told me, like, you know what? Heads up, I did tell my friends that I really wasn't messing with you like that no more, that you kind of made me mad, this, and that. Y'all, she didn't tell me anything. But she was very adamant about me not coming, about, like, me not coming inside, about her friends not seeing me, about how she didn't really want her friends to know where she was going because she was grown, this, and that. No, you didn't want your friends to know that you was with somebody that you was talking about, that you was dogging out. That's the tea. And what I really found it funny, even though Amy kept calling and texting me, so I blocked Amy. Like, I'm going to do something that you act like you couldn't do, and I'm going to block you. Because if I say I really don't want to talk to you, that's what I mean. I'm not going to be telling my friends, like, oh, I don't want to talk to her. She need to leave me alone, but still be having you on my line. If you don't want to talk to somebody, you block them, right? You're not going to keep saying about how much you hate that they keep on texting you, they keep calling you. If you don't want to talk to them, you block them. Stop it. But the same friend that was looking at me like crazy when I showed up to her birthday dinner was the same friend that was texting me like, hey, can you please unblock Amy and talk to her? She really likes you. She really wants to work this out. Can you please just give her an opportunity? Amy did too much talking, and that was her problem. She was talking too much, and that's why we're here. And another thing, if I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to talk to your friends either. Don't have your friends hitting my phone up telling me to talk to you like I'm not already grown. I can make my own decisions. They cannot make me talk to you. That was that. Good riddance and goodbye, Amy. I have no more other words. So what we thinking, chat? Who right, who wrong? Yes, I know I was wrong for what I did the first go round to Amy. I was willing to make that up. I was willing to make it right. I was willing to fix it. But what Amy did, I just cannot respect it. And hopefully y'all ain't out here doing the same thing. You don't got to tell your friends your business, first of all. But if you do, keep it real. If you telling your friends you don't talk to me, but you just start, telling me that you want me to pull up, whatever like that, then you need to tell your friends that information too. It's only right. The worst thing you could do is have me out here looking like something I'm not. Because I promise you, I got to cut you. That's grounds for termination. You got to go. So let me know right now, chat. Let's chop it up in the comments. Y'all know what happened to Amy now. Yes, it was my fault, but I felt like she did her big one, so now it's her. So now we can blame her. I took my accountability. I already let y'all know how I was coming and what I was doing. Now it was her turn, which unfortunately she never did. She kept saying that she only did that, the whole thing with her friends because of what I did to her. That don't make it right. Not in my book anyway. As always, I appreciate y'all for staying tuned into the story times. Y'all know I got more coming back to back. I got a little more content, a little different content hitting the channel just so we can switch things up. I cannot wait. I love being on this journey with y'all. I appreciate the love and support as always. Shout out to all my superstar subs. Shout out to everybody tuning in from your work, from your job. From y'all watching it as a couple. You watching it with your pets. You watching it with your family. Thank you, thank you, thank you right now. And until then, we'll meet again for the next Say It With Me story tour.